Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the podcast and this very special episode, and actually a three-part series that I'm kicking off on the Growth Show here. So we are going to be talking all about ads and really breaking it down. They are definitely a hot topic. I'm seeing a lot of practitioners talk about running ads, wanting to learn about ads. They've tried them, it didn't work, or they're thinking about it and they want to learn more about it. And I think there can be a lot promised out there online about what ads can do. And I think then that can give a little sense of distrust or concern about, okay, what is the realistic and actual result of ads? What's possible? What might be a little bit of a fantasy? So we're going to break it all down. So the purpose of this series is really to explain how ads can work for you, a solo practitioner, a small business owner, practice owner, not any like big corporation, how ads work for small practices and how to know if you're ready for them too. I think that's a really key thing that is important for us to figure out and understand. And spoiler alert, at the end, I will be sharing a new way for you to go deeper and learn how to get started with ads for yourself, or even have us help you with them. And something else that is really fun about this series is that I am joined by a member of my team here. So if you're watching this on YouTube, this is Priscilla. Hello.
Hi. Hey, everyone. This is surreal to be here because I edit all of the podcast episodes. So after this, I'll be editing these. So this is fun.
Yeah, I'm so excited to have you on. So Priscilla is my OBM, my online business manager. And honestly, I don't know if there's a part of the business that you don't touch at this point. I think you've got your fingers or hands or both feet in pretty much everything. And you are actually running my ads as well. And just going down like just a sidebar for 2 seconds. So I remember like when I learned about OBMs and online business managers and integrators and like all of these things. And I was like, I want to have one, but it always felt so just hard to find that right person and all of that. And I just want to share that like you came into my business, I was just looking for someone to help me do some podcast pitching. And that was the original job description. And you came in and you helped with that and did an amazing job, of course. But then you just started taking on more and more responsibilities and ended up absorbing a lot of things that another team member was doing and just continually being interested in learning new things and growing in the business. And you've been such an amazing sounding board to me. I don't feel alone in my business anymore because I have you to bounce ideas off of. We're sending Slacks every single day.
Yeah, it's teamwork. Yes, for sure.
Yeah. So anyway, anyone who is wanting to have someone that is more supportive in their business and like more ingrained in all of that, it doesn't necessarily always just happen overnight or start from that role. It's sometimes just bringing someone in and then having them grow. And it's really a two-way street. Like you said, like it's teamwork. Like I'm being open to the ideas and the different things you want to take on. And you're also raising your hand and saying, hey, Whitney, what about this? What about this?
Yeah. And, I will say everyone that I have worked at this capacity, I never started out as an OBM. It was kind of just putting myself in their business, doing different things, and things have just organically unfolded how they are. So, I would suggest if, to Whitney, what you were saying, which was just start out small, find someone you can trust, and then continue to build that relationship.
Yeah. And we are now 2 years later. I realize like you've been here a while. Yeah, it really, really does. And so maybe for anyone listening too, so you are running my ads now. You have been in the online business space for a long time though, before you came into my business. So just maybe share just a quick bio of yourself too.
Yeah, so I've been on the online space for 6 years or so and kind of entered it not so pretty. It was like I graduated and then it was the middle of the pandemic and I'm like, well, now what? So I did start online that way, but I have worked with a bunch of different people in different niches. And for one reason or another, I end up with people in the health and wellness space. So like you guys always need support. So yeah.
It's all.
So right now I do OBM work for mainly just Whitney right now because it does take up a lot of time. But outside of that, I do ads for people and podcast production. So that's kind of where I'm at now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome. Yeah.
Yeah.
So an ads are the topic du jour today and for the
Yeah.
next couple episodes. So we'll just dive into that. So how we got here is like a whole story in terms of you running
Mm-hmm.
ads in my business, us really leaning into ads, now getting to this point where we are
Yeah.
teaching other people about ads. So maybe just share a
Right.
little bit like what our journey internally has been for ads.
Yeah, so we have tried a lot of different things to kind of grow the people in our orbit who are on our email list who want to buy from us. And we've tried like freebie swaps and bundle opportunities and just building relationships and networking. And all that is great. But what we have found out is that is a long term commitment and a game. So you probably won't see that return for a while. And we were at a point where it's like, well, we need to continue to grow our list. Like, what are we doing between these chunks of time where we can have more people that we can nurture? And ads just became like the next like obvious step for us.
Mhm.
So yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you feel it was that way too?
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
it was just that it was all those things are great and still valuable. And like doing
Yeah.
a freebie swap is still super valuable because the people that come recommended, or if you're doing referrals,
Yeah.
if we're just taking a practitioner, for example, like ads do not replace you going and networking with doctors' offices and other
Right.
providers in your area. Because if they are recommending a patient to you, that's a very warm lead. That's someone who already has that built-in trust. They trust their doctor, and their doctor is now transferring that trust onto you. And so
Yeah.
those things are all wonderful.
Right.
Uh, but any business needs to have multiple, same way we have multiple revenue streams, we need to have
Right.
multiple lead generating streams. And
Yeah.
yeah, some of it is more long term, a little bit slower, and some
Mm-hmm.
of it is a bit more quick. And,
Yeah.
people have heard me talk about email list and email marketing on here so many times, but just to reiterate,
Yeah.
email continues to be like the highest ROI marketing channel for pretty much every
Yeah.
industry. You get ads from, or you get emails from Nordstrom everywhere you go. If you think about that,
Yeah.
everyone is asking you to join their email list. They're giving you a
Yes.
coupon, they're giving you something. So
Yeah.
clearly, email is still a huge marketing channel for people.
Right.
And I know that when I started my business, I really slept on email marketing. I did not really work
I
on
did
growing my emails.
too. Yes. It's
Yeah,
sad.
I know.
Yeah.
It's like if I could share any piece of advice for anyone out there, it's start your email list and start growing it
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
work on growing it because
Yeah.
it's that audience that you need to send things to be nurturing, like you said, building that relationship.
Right.
These are strangers. They don't know you. They don't understand what you offer
Yeah.
completely. They need to trust you. And so the more that you have that time with these people and the more that you're adding people to your audience every
Yeah.
month, the better it is because those people, the people that needed
Yeah.
6 months, they're then eventually joining a
Right.
program, signing up for services, whatever.
Yeah. And it's
So
like a
yeah,
conveyor belt. So you always need to have that moving or you're going to have
yes.
this like lag of like, well, it's dead. Nothing's happening.
Exactly. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, especially like during the holidays, for example, that can sometimes
Mm-hmm.
be a very quiet time. There's not a lot going on. If you had an email list and you
Right.
were really wanting to get some traction and something going on, you could do a special. You could do a Black Friday
Yeah.
offer. You could do a little
Right.
holiday promotion to that
Yeah.
group of people that you have. But if you don't have that, then it's like, where do I market to and all of that.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yes. And how I feel about email lists, it's almost like the minute you know it works and how good it is, you want to share it and tell everyone, like, you need to do an email list. And I feel
Mhm.
that way about ads now. Like, we know how good ads work, and you just want to, like, teach everyone, like, this is what you need to do. And I feel like that's what we're doing here in the series. So we're just sharing the wealth.
Yeah. Yeah. We don't need to be gatekeeping. And it
No.
needs to be, it's just simple. Like
Yeah.
I think also the thing and the title of this first part is the silent funnel
Yeah.
is just that it is this thing that's always running, and it's a funnel to your email list. It is not an ad
Yeah.
directly to a sales page or to book a call.
Right.
It is to build your email list. And going back to your conveyor belt analogy, yeah, if you're getting like 5 little boxes on your conveyor belt every month, and you know that, okay, in month 2, I'll be able to open one of those boxes. And in month 6, I'll be able to open 3 more
Yeah.
of those boxes. But if you were adding 20, 50, 100 boxes onto your conveyor belt
Yeah.
every month, then the opportunity for more growth and sales
Right.
really
Super
multiplies.
powerful.
Yeah. And
Mm-hmm.
so that's what we
Yeah.
found, just going back to all of that. Yeah. My experience was that, yes, we were growing our list slowly, small in small ways,
Mm-hmm.
organically, with adding a few, maybe 50 people, or if I did like an event or something, maybe
Yeah.
something a little bit more, but generally that was about it every month. And it just really wasn't enough when we looked at when we were launching the website program, the conversion rates on the number of people on our email list and how many people we needed on our email list and the
Mm-hmm.
conversion rates that we had to actually make the sales that I wanted to make. It was just math.
Right. Yeah. It's
So
a numbers game.
yeah, so it was like
Yeah.
we need to grow the list faster. We need to reach more people faster. How do we
Mm-hmm.
do that? Ads.
Yes, ads. And then also another thing too is that a lot of people, they run to social media. They think, I am doing a launch, or I have this amazing thing I want to share with people. And they spend all of their hard time and money building the reels and posting and doing the captions. And sometimes that just doesn't work out the way that we all envision it to. And so that's another thing where it's like, yeah, like, it's good to have a presence on social media. Like, that's great. But to rely on social media for growth is not probably a good thing to do. Yeah.
Yeah, I think there's this misnomer for business owners that social media is like the marketing channel that they should focus on when
Yeah.
they're trying to start their business, because I think it's free. It appears to be free.
Right. Yeah.
But it requires a lot of your time,
Yeah.
and the stats are not good when it comes to like organic reach and results from
Right. It's like 1 to 3% is what how many people are going to see what you post, which is
yeah.
crazy pants to me. Like, you did all that work just for 1 to 3% of people to see it.
Yeah, of your followers, right? Like
Right.
that's
Of your followers. Yeah. Yeah. And that's another thing too. It's like, well, then you have to grow your list on social media. So it's like this double thing you have to keep doing. And
mm-hmm.
it's a lot of work. It's a lot of work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And just, yeah, those are not good numbers if you think about how much work goes into making a social post and then it goes away. And so few people, if you have 1,000 followers, 10 to 30 people are going to see your post.
Yeah.
Whereas if you have an email list, our open rates are around 40%. Sometimes we get up to 45%. Like,
Yeah.
those
amazing.
are much better odds.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. And I feel like there's more intent behind it too,
Yeah.
People are being like swamped by emails every day. And the fact that someone's like, no, but I want to open up Whitney's email says a lot of how interested people are in their inbox.
Yeah. Yeah. That's a good point too. And so it's interesting because on the one hand, you could be like, okay, we're talking about ads on Facebook and Instagram. And so we're not saying don't use social media, and we're not saying that your followers and your audience and your clients are not on social media. They are. It's just that at the end of the day, a lot of the intent of you posting on social media is to get people onto your email list anyway. Like, that's what we were trying to do before, is we were trying to get people to opt in for a lead magnet. Yes, there was some engagement and some relationship building and all of that, But at the end of the day, you're trying to grow a solid audience of people who are actually interested in
Yeah.
hearing from you. So that's the intent of social media posting anyway, for the most
Yeah.
part, if you're
Right.
really like having a goal for it. Yeah, again,
Right.
like it can be about relationship building and just all of that. That's fine. But at the end of the day, if you're going to measure the results
Yeah.
of your social media, you are going to be wondering, how much did I actually grow my email list?
Yeah.
So if that's the goal anyway, and you could run an ad that is getting people to do that,
Mm-hmm.
and it's reaching not just the 10 people that your organic post would reach, but thousands of people,
Thousands. Yes.
then that's going to be a much faster way and more effective way. So we're kind
Yeah.
of hacking, like using social media in a way that supports business objectives
Yeah.
rather than feeding the machine of content that frankly doesn't
Yeah.
really give you
Right.
much in response.
And I think it would be interesting to share this stat too with the listeners is that your most recent launch, Whitney, like over half of the people who came to register for your masterclass came from ads, but one person came from your Instagram. Just one.
Mm-hmm.
So we still posted and we still showed up and we still shared, but we did all of that work in just one person. So keep that in mind too.
Yep. Yep. Very
Yeah.
true. Yeah. It's
Yeah.
just that organic stuff. If you can repurpose and get some stuff out, if you want to have a presence on social media, that's fine. But I wouldn't be expecting a whole lot to come from it. Or, there's a whole different strategy for actually being on social media these days now too.
Right.
It's,
Right.
it's more about
It's
the
changed.
reels. Yeah. It's really changed a lot.
Right.
You do need to be thinking more about the hooks and the viral content, the viral audio, and really getting more engagement and stuff with your content. So just posting a carousel or a static image, a post on your actual account is not really the way to grow or get much traction anymore.
No. And it's not just Instagram either. It's like TikTok. Like when I'm on TikTok, I'm on there to enjoy myself and disassociate, and I'm just scrolling. And like, I'm not the action taker on TikTok to be like, I'll sign up for your course or I'll do your masterclass. So yeah, I think it depends too on the platform and what it's made to do. But yeah, it's just weighing how much time do you want to put towards all of these things. And we found out that ads has won them all. So
yes. Yeah. And so I joined a program, like a mastermind for the past year that you were able to join in there with me. Yeah. So we've been investing heavily and just continuing to learn about ads. You've also joined some other programs and you're running ads for other people as well as myself. Yeah. And the results that you're able to achieve are the proof. And I think that's the big thing too, when it comes to just evaluating if a person that's coming to you and saying they want to help you with ads, if they're good or not. It really just boils down to what's the quality of the ads and what's the cost of the ads. We just want the cost to be as low as possible, and we want those leads to eventually be converting into customers. There's a lot that goes into all of that. But at the beginning, we don't want to be paying a lot for our leads.
No,
that's the first part.
Absolutely not. But yes. I've invested in my own stuff. You have too, Whitney, and I think it's amazing that you wanted to learn and actually be a part of this whole ad journey, just so you can make decisions too. You can be strategic, and just kudos to you, because I know a lot of people probably wouldn't want that on their plate either. So yeah, we learned a lot, and I think it's time that we share what it is that works for us.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I do definitely. I was like so terrified of ads. I thought they were going to take all of my money, which honestly we did. Fun fact, we did run some Reddit ads just to test it out, and they did take all of our money.
They did. They ate it up instantly.
So fast. Yeah. And so I think that's just like one myth I want to bust as well when it comes to Facebook ads and Instagram ads, because it's all the same meta, is that you can set the budget and it will actually like eat away slowly at that
Yeah.
budget. And you can,
Yes.
it gives you time to adjust and look at the costs and say, okay, this is
Right.
working. I want to turn this off. And this is something that, and the thing that we're talking about, we're launching soon. That's something you talk about,
Yeah.
like when to know what you turn off and how to adjust things so you can keep those costs low. And it's really just,
Right.
it's picking what ad is winning in terms of price and conversions and all of that.
Yep.
But I definitely had this misconception that it was going to take all my money, and then
Yeah.
I wouldn't really be an informed consumer too of, are the
Hmm.
ads working, how to be a partner in the ad conversation, because I think that is something too where I know, yeah, we're all like busy business owners. How many things can we be learning and figuring
Right.
out and all of that? But
Yep.
ads, it's part of your marketing. It's valuable. It's important. And if you don't know the basics of how they work
Hmm.
and different levers to pull and just how things
Yeah.
work just at a basic sense, then it's more difficult for you to be like, I don't go into our ads manager. When we first launched them, I was going in there and I was turning stuff off and I was checking it and I was all excited and all of that.
Yeah.
And then I
Yeah.
was like, all right, Priscilla's got it.
Yeah. Yeah. And I think it's just like a high level, right? Like, I think you give the direction of like what we should do for ads, and then I'm the one that's like actually doing the ads.
Right.
And, that's one thing too, is like agencies will do the whole thing for you. You don't have to think about it, but, that comes with a price point too. So yeah,
Yeah.
that's a whole other
Yeah.
conversation, but yeah.
Right. They're going to charge a fee and then the ad
Yeah.
costs as well. And yeah, if you don't know how to evaluate ad costs or how ads work, then
Yeah.
you could get taken for a ride because they're going to
Yeah.
tell you, hey, this is they're going to alphabet soup you. This is
Yep.
the CPL and this is the LTV, like
Yeah,
all these
right.
different
The foreign
things. These are the
language. Yeah.
numbers, and they're going to say these numbers, and then you're not going to know truly, are they good,
No.
are they not, why are you making that choice versus this one, why are we running this one, all those
Right.
kinds of things. So we want to know enough to be dangerous, as I always say.
Yes.
So,
Yes. And the thing too that you help out with a lot is just creating like the lead magnets. And what is that lead magnet going to be?
mhm,
Which that is, I mean, that feeds into your whole funnel. So that's super important to
mhm,
create that. But yeah, and we see too when we compare our numbers that lead magnets convert better overall too when we compare it just to normal Instagram content. So that's
mhm.
something else to keep in mind.
Yeah. Yeah. And so the basic funnel we're talking about is just having a lead magnet and if you've worked with me or you've seen me talk about websites and all of that, I'm always talking about also having a way to collect email addresses and having an opt-in
Yep.
on your website. So this is not something new if you've been with me for a while.
No.
It's just now super powering the funnel, which is, it's very simple as a funnel. It is an opt-in to a lead magnet, then someone gets an email saying, hey,
Mm-hmm.
here's your resource. And then we
Yeah.
have some emails welcoming them into your community. And then in the course of those emails, you're also sharing about your services. You're giving some
Yeah.
testimonials. You're sharing your booking link. You're giving them another resource to check out, a blog on your website. And it's this
Right.
automated funnel that is just getting people warmed up. And either by the end of those 5 or 6 emails that you send over the course of 2 weeks, 2, 3 weeks,
Right.
either they have, if they're like ready, then they've booked a call, they've become a client and all of that. And if they're
Yeah.
not ready yet, they have stayed on your email list because you've been sending them really valuable content. And then you're
Right.
going to continue to email them. You don't have to email them every day. I always tell people, like, start with once a month, then go up to 2 times a month, and then every week would be ideal, I think, for
Yep.
most practitioners.
Yep.
And you don't need to have a whole email strategy in order to be building your email list.
No.
Still get it started, and then those people can be becoming customers. So that's really like The silent funnel is the fact that you set up the ad, you set up the lead magnet, you set up the automations and the emails, and then you just press a button. And after a few days, you monitor the prices to make sure that the ad costs are good and all of that. And then it just runs in the background.
Ta-da! Yeah, that's it.
You look in your email platform and you see those numbers coming in, and it's and that's it. You can keep checking on things, see how your open rates are, the click rates, how those ad costs continuing to compare, all of that kind of stuff. And just start with one funnel. And then if you have another lead magnet, you want to do another lead magnet, you can do a different funnel. That's fine too. That's it. It's just this automated thing that's always running in the background. And you're not having to put an item on your to-do list to make this week's Instagram posts.
Yeah. Super simple, easy funnel. That's what you need.
I think we're going to wrap up this first part because we have now explained the funnel, the methodology, some of the background about why we love ads and why we are really interested in helping all of you with ads and teaching you more about them. And I think any final thoughts before we kind of wrap folks up?
No, I'm excited to get to it.
Yeah. Our next part is going to be talking about the math behind it so that I can really show you how just investing $5 a day in ads can really have a massive impact on your revenue. And so we're talking about this silent funnel that's always working. What kind of money is this funnel making for you? It's great that it's adding subscribers, but what's the financials here? So that is what we're going to be going through in part 2. I will be sharing my screen for part of it. So if you're listening on the podcast, that's fine and awesome. But if you ever want to see any visuals, then head to YouTube. We've got it all there. All right. We'll see you in part 2.